news. I like you so much, I feel like my stomach's been put in a blender.
You discussed it with the priest?
35. They see me coming and they close the confessionals. I'm desperate, sister.
Try this one. Father Cordeau, Jean-Pierre.
He lives in a backpackers hostel?
Yeah, he's on holiday right now. He's using the name Herman Barker for privacy. Could you burn that after you've seen him?
Of course.
Wouldn't hurt to go tonight, as soon as possible. Jean-Pierre's a bit of a gypsy. He never stays in one place too long on account of the immigration police.
But he is a priest.
Ordained by Cardinal Sin. You tell Jean-Pierre from me that you made the best Devon rolls at the Holy Innocents tuck shop.
Oh, sister, you're wonderful. Isn't she, Har?
Yeah.
You should take up a less risky job like snake venom testing or being shot from a cannon. That van tried to kill us. Why won't you quit?
Have you ever seen a birth?
Only kittens.
When a baby's born, it's wrinkled and slippery. It's not a pretty sight, really. But you take its heels and hold it up, and with a smack, you can change this unconscious thing into a beautiful, howling miracle. That's what you and I are doing. We're holding up the world and we're smacking it.
He said yes!
What's happened?
Father Cordeau, Jean-Pierre, he said I could marry Bernard.
Oh, that's wonderful!
Oh, sister, thank you.
Never thought she'd actually marry him.
You like Bernard, don't you?
Typical woman. Where's the loyalty? But Dad's crying his eyes out in heaven.
What's got into you? Bernard got you a job.
To say poor Dad never existed. A few years' time, I'll be forgotten too. Kids will be calling Phil Daddy and Pop. Well, no one takes the place of a father. Remember that.
I'm the one who looks after his grave. You don't even know where he's buried.
And don't you dare call him Dad. He's Bernard. Or Uncle Bum.
Okay. Frank, I'm in love.
Cut your nuts off. It'll hurt less in the long run.
I don't know what to do. You see, she's kind of married.
Well, don't ever be nice to her. That was my mistake with Gina. Treat her mean, keep him keen. If I'd used her like a dirtbag, we'd be happy today.
Thanks, Frank. I'll remember that. It's all clear.
Really appreciate this, Harv. Here they are, my 97 objections to Shining Star Hospital. Might as well put them here if your department won't. They're on blue paper too, just in case God's a bureaucrat.
Georgina, I love you.
Did you say something, Harv?
Nah, doesn't matter.
I love a stranger. Truly your nature's work of art. From the dazzling red of Darwin to the lush green forest of Hobart, the green forest of Hobart. From Ezra
Anyone there?
to St. Kilda, Bondi Beach out to Dundigal. I love your kangaroos and water, your sun lost in a clear night sky. Oh.
Fury was missing, so I raced to my bed to see if his head was there, but Mum had taken him for a walk. It took me hours to clean up the blood. I reckon it's a warning.
Sure is. Get a cat-proof bird cage. Here, put these up in the canteen.
They'll be ripped down in seconds.
I know, and while they're busy doing that, you can hand some of these out to the lunch queue. The canteen is the birthplace of the modern revolution.
I don't want a revolution. I just want a job and cable TV.
Please.
We can't beat the Americans. They're bigger than us. They're bigger than Parliament.
Harvey, nothing is bigger than God.
And after the telethon appearance, I'll drop in at the Mercy Hospital
Catholic
where I'll
Life,
spend
my
10
photographer.
or 15 minutes comforting some of your country's sickest children. Then, well, my favorite part of the tour. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it all, but this makes me personally proud. It's out to the Shining Star site to lay the foundation stone. Now, questions? That lovely gal over there.
Elise Harper, Daily Standard. Will you be singing at the site?
Hey, I'd love to sing, but I gotta save my voice for the concert. However, I will wave and smile, and I hope to meet a lot of you wonderful people. Yes, sweetheart.
Gina Bergman, Catholic Life.
St. Jude, St. Jude, St. Jude.
My question is for Salila Coloni. How do our aerobics classes compare to those of California?
Salila was only saying at brunch how thrilled she is with the high standard of your fitness centers and the friendliness of the people.
Fabulous. Just briefly, Tony, a question for you. Judge Riccardo Notti of Palermo wrote this about the Shining Star hospitals. They are a cruel fraud perpetrated by the DJB for the purpose of money laundering, drug sales, and criminal extortion.
And you must be Sister Georgina. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I've been stalked for years by this crazy broad who pretends to be a nun when in fact she's a communist. Well, I got news for you, lady. Rush us down the toilet and I'm still standing. And if you don't like what I stand for, go back to your convent Misto. Bums and hookers.
We were doing so well till you asked that question.
We were terrific. We won.
Did we? Must be like golf. It's hard to tell.
There's $2,000 American, your ticket to the airport.
Whatever happened to hello?
No time.
That's typical. Buy off anyone who might embarrass you.
They'll be after you now, don't you realise?
I won't be shunted off. Why don't you join us? If you spoke out against them...
Did you hear what I said? You're a target now.
I'm not afraid of them.
Then you're a fool. If ever you hear Greensleeves, run!
Mr. Swirl.
Your brother's right. Get away from here.
I miss your mother's wedding. We better live separately. I'll see you tonight.
Don't let them kill you, please. The church isn't ready for the patron saint of Marxists. Why won't you run?
I can't, Harv. When I came back here, I was already running. I'd been told by my order to rethink my vows.
But you're a wonderful nun.
When we faced the DJB in Manila, I got scared. I almost lost my faith. They were so strong and we had nothing. It didn't seem fair of God. He sent me this to test me. And this time I won't fail. Thanks to you.
I want to protect you.
I'll be fine. I've got my badge.
What if they find you?
Then you must pick the world up and bring it to life with a smack. In nome de Patre, et Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Georgina, I love weddings.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. Were you ever in cell block A?
But not, he's a priest.
Great, we won. Well, let's get started.
Couldn't you have worn something nicer?
No time. They're making me work a late shift. Would you like a whiskey, Father?
Sister Georgina's not here.
She knows we can't wait.
Doesn't feel right being married in my lounge room. Had my heart set on a church.
A church is any place where the workers come together. Like you. Barn can be a church or a prison cell. Even sometimes a church can be a church.
If you
Where
say
is
so,
she, Father?
In God's hands.
Is the DJB after you too?
You know where we should find me? I'm getting too old for backpacker hostels. Please, please, we have to hurry. I have a funeral in 20 minutes and the BLF don't like to make them wait. In sickness and in health, till death do you part.
I do.
And do you, Bernard Bannerman, swear that you will treat your new life partner in a respectful manner, without verbal abuse, discrimination, or sexual harassment?
Yes, absolutely. I do. I do.
Then God bless you both. You are husband and wife.
There is a land where summer skies are gleaming with 1,000 eyes, blending and witching harmonies in harmonies. And grassy knoll and forest height are flushing in the rosy light. And all the winds that you're bright Australia. There is a land where honey flows, where laughing corn luxuriant grows, land of the myrtle and the rose, land of the rose, on hill and plain.
Georgina?
I didn't waste any time.
No. Give me a hand.
Hurry! She's dead, you fool!
She got what she was asking for. Not once in her life did she take my advice.
You could have saved her.
How?
Kidnapped her, drugged her, forced her back to Manila.
And why didn't you?
We should get somebody to dig her up.
She'd want to stay here. You nasty little mafficking. I didn't see her that often. But whenever I did, she told me off. I shall miss that. I shall miss being seen through. Here. I found this. Still smells of bananas.
Goodbye, Georgina. I love you.
Harvey.
Go away.
Browbusters, hooters. A nice boy like you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
You died. They buried you.
Me? Where?
Holy Innocents' Yard.
You're kidding. Good crowd.
Just me and your brother. He's very upset. I mean it. What's heaven like?
Oh, it's fantastic. Elvis concerts every night. I just wish God wasn't a Yank. Harv, do I look dead?
But I cried at your grave, and your brother thinks...
Let him. Don't tell anyone. Promise?
How did you get here?
Was the wedding nice?
What about the DJB?
Bunch of wimps. They dragged me from the car, and they were all set to kill me. One of them even had a gun pointed at my head when he got a call from his boss. He rang to tell him that the dollar went up.
Which dollar?
Our dollar, Australia's, by 7 cents.
No.
It's wrecked the exchange rates. It means the DJB can't launder their money. So they're pulling out of Mafeking, maybe Australia.
Our dollar went up.
It's a miracle. Only God could have done a thing like that. Like when he raised up Lazarus. He's with us, Harvey, he is.
Then you're really not dead. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased too. So I'm off to Auckland, you know, the DJB are headed there, and I figure, well, I'm...
No, you can...
A nun's got to do what a nun's got to do. You'll pray for me?
Every night.
I'll never be far away, you'll see here.
I like you as much as a man can like a nun, without committing a mortal sin.
Oh, Harv, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. God bless you.
Diamond, a woman, comes back to me.
It was a lovely wedding, Bernard. Now I know why Zsa does it.
2 rings.
Didn't seem right to take Ted's off.
Mom? What'll happen when we're dead?
We'll go to heaven, of course.
No, but will you be married to me or to Ted?
Both of you. I'll have 2 terrific husbands, and no one will bat an eyelid. That's why it's called heaven.
Then I'd better make the most of my chances while you still belong to me.
Oh, Bernard, be careful.
That's all right, my darling. I'm wearing my truss.
Which was described by promoters as the most successful concert of the decade, with scalpers demanding up to $300 a ticket. But this morning his fans will be shocked to learn that the rest of the tour has been cancelled. A spokesman for Mr. Coloni blamed his recurrent throat infection. The popular superstar will fly out of Australia later today. Meanwhile, Australian financial markets continue to react to yesterday's rise in the Australian dollar. According to experts, the 7-cent jump is the largest single increase in this country's economic history. Today's weather.
From Ezra to St. Kilda, Bondi Beach out to Ghana.
She's alive. She's alive?
Your sun.
Where's my badge?
In a clear night sky. Love, you Australia.
Goodbye, everybody. God bless you all.
Just here, I love you.
You Australia.
The Damnation of Harvey McHugh continues tomorrow. Tonight, join us in the corridors of power, where politics and secret affairs are combined, in our new series, Party Animals, 8:35 tonight on ABC1.